Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about a PPE fuel rail race plug. We're going to be talking about when you will need to do this and why you should do it. Also, we're going to talk about why it's dangerous. So stay tuned for that. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, go ahead and hit that bell button so you get those notifications, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so you've got your glow plug controller right here. It's got two tabs on it, and it pulls out really simple. These are the two tabs right here. All right, so you have a 10 millimeter down here on that side. Back here, you're gonna have another 10 millimeter. You're gonna need to get that with a wrench, and then another 10 millimeter here. This one's important because that's holding the entire bracket on. Now once you get the glow plug module moved out of the way, you're going to want to take these 4 bolts off. They're all 12 millimeters, and then the bracket should come right off for you. Down here on the back of the fuel rail is an 18 millimeter. You guys kind of out on the wind right now because the wind picked up on me drastically. Now, don't be fooled. I broke the factory fuel relief valve before I started filming. You know, I made it look real easy that you could just wrench it away and it'll come right out. No, it took a lot of force and it took a lot of effort, but it's not, you can get in there with a wrench like I did just fine and break it loose. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I going to a PPE fuel race plug? It says valve, but it's a plug. This one specifically for an LBZ, LLY, and an LMM. The reason why I'm doing this and the reason why I'm doing a plug instead of just replacing it with a factory valve, and I'll show you the difference. Right there, you can see that this has, you know, a little hole in it. You know, that is for the relief, the fuel system to relief when it gets a pressure spike. Now, why am I doing a plug instead of this? What people don't realize is when you have this, when you have the factory fuel rail release valve, it's not a plug, it's a release valve. But it's a one-time thing. It's not a multi-use thing. It's not gonna happen all the time, but when it does happen, you are risking leaving yourself stranded on the side of the road. You are risking that chance with the factory one, 100%. There's a reason why they come out with this. There's a reason why multiple companies produce a plug instead of this. Now you can ask me, what's the danger in the plug? Being that it's a plug instead of a relief valve, now you're not gonna let your system be relieved. So if you do in the event get a spike, you're going to risk your injectors. Your injectors now are the weakest point in your fuel system. This used to be the weakest point in the fuel system. Now I'm taking that out and throwing it away and throwing in the plug. This is no longer the weakest point. But don't get caught up in all the hype of you're gonna blow your injectors. You're gonna blow your CP3. No, you're not. You can call BD Diesel. You can call PPE and talk to them and say, hey, what's the purpose of this plug? And they're gonna tell you, it's for when this fails, the factory one fails. And then you can go ahead and ask them, hey, but now aren't I risking my injectors? Yes, you are. You're risking your injectors 100%. But remember, this is a one-time thing. So if this has never failed on you yet, all that time, I've had it for almost 5 years now, I've never had this fail on me. Now, what's a pressure spike? A pressure spike is when you are getting on the gas, and say you go to pass someone, you get on the gas, you quickly let off the gas, then you slam back down on the gas. That will create the potential, keyword, potential for a pressure spike in your fuel system. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. So don't let everyone tell you you're gonna blow your injectors, you're gonna blow your CP3. No, you're not. You're not. No. You're not gonna do it. They wouldn't have this out there. Yes, there's a warning label on your injectors. Yes, there's a warning label for that. Again, your injectors now are the weakest point, but the fact of the matter is that this is a one-time use. This fuel rail pressure relief valve is a one-time use. So if you go with this one, that's fine. You can replace this one with a factory one, but make sure you have another one. If you get a pressure spike in the system with the PPE fuel race plug, you're not 100% going to blow your injectors. You're not going to ruin your fuel system. It's very well that it was a little bit too much pressure and maybe you damaged your injectors, but you're not going to just completely blow your injectors. I can't promise that though. So don't quote me on that. Don't take my word 100% on it. I'm sure there's failures that people have with the plug. There's failures that people have with the relief valve. It's all opinion based. Torque that down, you're going to be, I believe it's 74 foot-pounds of torque. So when you guys get everything buttoned up, make sure you go ahead and start the truck up. It's gonna take a few times, so be patient. Go ahead and do a walk around with the truck running, make sure it sounds right, make sure you don't throw any codes, and you're all set. Stay tuned for Wednesday. We're gonna be tackling a lighting upgrade. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you don't already, so you get a little insight on that. I'll leave a link in the description below for both of those. I will also leave a link in the description below for that PPE fuel race plug. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. If you have any issues, don't hesitate to ask me on Instagram. Don't hesitate to ask me on TikTok. I'll answer what I can. I'm an electrician by trade, but I love working on my truck, and if I can't get you the answer, I'll make sure I try and find you the answer. So have yourselves a great night, and we'll see you Wednesday.